Sorry, I didn't know I was going to do a recap because, like the Marlins offense, I prefer to be non-existent in the videos that regarding losing, and it's a really strange fashion too. Oh, all right, let's talk about this game. The Marlins lose 2-0. Juan Soto hits that double to center, which will allow Francisco Lindor to score in the first inning. And then Taylor in the eighth inning would hit the single, which will allow the pinch runner Sari to score to make it 2-0. There we go. There's your recap. There's your recap. Oh, you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about more in depth of what happened in this game? I mean, I guess. I mean, I prefer to be non-existent. I prefer to be non-existent in this game. You know, Juan Soto hits that double that which will automatically gets the Mets the lead in the third inning. The thing is too with the Marlins, they had a good chance in the first inning, probably the best chance in the first inning. X had himself a pretty good day, got himself a few hits. Stowers worked a walk, and there was a field destroy spot on Lopez. Um, Lopez ended up getting caught stealing because he overslid while the tag was still applied. Mervis worked a walk, and Wagaman grounded to first. Yep, there's your first inning. Beozo um, had some problems, but it was ultimately able to get out of the first inning. Lindor hit a single. I mean, not supposed to be pitching in the major league. He struck out Juan Soto first. Pretty good. But Alonso hits a single, Nimmo flied out, and Vientos worked a walk. So bases loaded, 2 outs, and a pop out. Okay, nice. 103 inning. Okay, not nice. Taylor hits single, but then Taylor gets caught stealing, so I guess it evens out. Nice play there by Fortes. Top of the third, another opportunity. Wasted. X stole second, but wasted. Bottom of the third, I already told you. Soto, nothing much to talk about. Top of the fourth, Mervis. Single. Wagaman. Boo. Fly out. Conine hits a single to left. Yay! Myers. Double play. There's your fantastic. Oh, speaking of Conine. Conine might be one of the best players of this team at this light. Well, yeah, that's right. One of the reasons is with Conine, right? Yes, he got he got a hit in the fourth inning. That's pretty, like, 1 for 4 is not that great, but in the third inning, right? In the third inning, I want to talk about the third inning pretty much the most, because there were some opportunities for the New York Mets to get more of the score in the third inning. Vientos then lines out to left. And Griffin Conine literally dives for that baseball. Yet another spectacular catch by the left fielder. It doesn't matter who's going to be playing the left field, but Conine, second sensational catch. Although I feel like the home run robbery a couple weeks ago was better than that. But what a play by Conine to dive for that baseball to stop the Mets from scoring more. Let's see. Double play. Fifth inning, double play. Well, fourth inning, they also double play. Sixth inning, Stowers. Infield single. Great. Lopez. Fielder's choice. Bryce struck out looking. Great. Mervis has been hitting the baseball. I don't see why you would put a Bride in. And Wagaman once more. Great. Mets had a chance in the seventh. Alonso with the double, but Veneciano was able to get out of the inning with still losing 1-0. Just the Marlins just cannot execute. There's no execution with the baseball at all, folks. Vientos and Soriano. That's fantastic. Vientos worked a walk in the bottom of the eighth. Sari ran for Vientos. I know his name is that name, but if I dare to say it, I'm afraid that she'll start talking and my phone starts to stop. So that's why I'm not saying the actual name. And then Taylor hits single center that allows Sorry to score. And 2-0. And no, the Marlins, they were not going to get anything. They were not going to get any scoring. And they got a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the ninth. There you go. That's your game. That's really your game. Senga gets a win. Biozo gets a loss. Ryan Stanek gets a save. I mean, the offense. I mean, come on. You're better than... This offense is so much better than that. Look, 7 hits, no runs. How is that possible? How is that possible? You can score against the Mets. You can. You absolutely can score against the Mets. So why can't we? Is it because it's too cold? I mean, it is cold. But that shouldn't be a reason why we lost. No, you're better than this. You can hit a baseball, but you just can't get home. Tomorrow, that has to change. That has to change tomorrow. Hopefully, they play angry tomorrow, and I hope Gillespie can get something going. So they changed the time for tomorrow because New York's weather hasn't been that great, and it's also going to be too darn cold and windy. Let me check New York's weather for tomorrow because, well, today now because it's midnight. Wind. Yeah, just wind. But the weather, but it's supposed to clear up by 8 o'clock tomorrow. Probably because it's too cold. I mean, come on, man. Some cities are in much more colder environments, and they play in the snow, and they some teams have no issues. But they changed the time to 4 o'clock. So I guess we got an earlier game. Maybe that's a good thing. That's probably a good thing. I don't know if it's because of the weather. New York said it's because of the weather. Or did the Marlins somehow convince the Mets? Because the Florida Panthers are trying to get up further into the seeding in the playoffs. And it's also on national television. People in South Florida want to focus more on the Florida Panthers. That could be a big reason. I mean, people focus more on the Panthers nowadays because they're the best team in South Florida. I'm totally joking, by the way. I don't think the Florida Panthers is the reason why the game was rescheduled to 4 o'clock. But it's still true. The people will still go watch the Florida Panthers than the Marlins. All right, I'm going to go back to sleep and be non-existent like the Marlins offense. So, all right, man, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more videos. Good night.